Hey, it's AP Experiment, and welcome back to the channel. I was playing some RedSec. This is like a couple chopped up portions from my first two games. Um, and I'm really enjoying this game. I understand that it's controversial because Battlefield fans believe that it will be the beginning to the end or the herald of damnation for the game. They have some sense that it will end up going down the same path as Call of Duty. After playing it, I absolutely do not think that is the case. I believe that the Battlefield devs took aspects from their peers on the BR genre. They picked their best aspects, added some mechanics like the drag revive, which I don't think was in Battlefield before, but I know I've seen it as Newcastle has it in Apex. The jump together feature, which is in Apex, I've seen that there. The gauntlet basically feels like just regular Battlefield, but with like BR teams. So I really love that. The guns still feel amazing. The map still feels amazing. The sun's kind of bright, but that's Battlefield being Battlefield. The tanks, everything else is just pure Battlefield. It is as Battlefield is. There's no crazy skins. There's no stupid loops. Like it's doing what it's supposed to do, and that isn't a problem. So I'm not understanding, the whole thought process there, but maybe it's something that deeper that I'm not understanding. I can tell that I really, really love it. I love the little missions as well, so it's something to keep you active when there's no action going. From what I've both played and seen on the internet, this is not a high kill thing. There's not going to be people frying the whole map. Even though there is 100 players, there's not really like a whole lot of killing going on. That's not really how the game seems to be playing. So I love the whole missions aspect that you can do little things, get better guns, get all sorts of things. So it doesn't just seem like pure chaos. The circle is insta kill, so you never have to worry about somebody coming out of the circle to kill you or sneak up on you, which is great. I love that as well. Um, it really just seems like the Battlefield devs took their time to study what was going on in the VR genre and then put their own spin to it. I got 23rd place on my first game. I believe I was an engineer that game. My second game, I came out as a recon. My favorite two classes so far are really support and I'm sorry, engineer in recon. I normally like to play support, but Battlefield, I don't know if Battlefield is doing something differently or I never noticed it beforehand, but supports have proficiency in LMGs, which I thought was very different. Maybe it's because I've been playing a lot of Delta Force. Delta Force has supports with SMG proficiency and the engineers with LMG proficiency, which I thought was industry standard, but I believe either Battlefield has switched it and made it very different, or Delta Force was making it different, and that was just how my mind was thinking. I'm not sure. Um, but this is the second chance feature for when the whole squad gets wiped or you get wiped. You do get a second chance instead of like a whole little gulag. I like that. That's a good idea to just redrop people. Um, One of the funniest things for me though is literally just trying to figure out the different mechanics of the gun. Obviously, you shoot a little differently in this game than you do in other shooters because you actually need like real elevation and stuff. So I had to. There was a lot of times, as you'll see in a couple seconds, where I was just doing basically what I like to call COD aim, where you put the reticle on the person instead of doing like the elevation and everything that you're supposed to do if you're shooting a
Thank you,
real
sir.
weapon
Cassie, stay
and
with me.
or in this game, which is basically more of a simulation shooter. I'm not gonna say it is a simulation shooter, but it's more of a simulation shooter. The mechanics work a lot more similar to real life, um, which I really appreciate, but also have to really learn. I really got to figure out my like sensitivities and stuff. I don't feel like I felt like I was moving clunky, but it wasn't the game's fault. I just didn't know the proper settings to make it really smooth. So I was kind of just doing whatever. And that is something I'm obviously going to figure out with time. I end up getting brought back a third time. Shout out to my teammates for that because they definitely could have left me dead. And I really love that when you come back, you don't come back with a pistol. You come back with a weapon from your class. So since I was recon, I was a sniper. They dropped an artillery strike though as soon as I came back, so it was kind of crazy. I was trying to regroup with teammates, and then I'm like, oh no, let me make sure I don't die to this artillery strike. Luckily, this building is very sturdy. Otherwise, this could have got really, really weird. And then I end up catching this guy up here. Oh my lord! Like I don't know how I even hit that shot. I'm not gonna lie to you. Again, I still have to figure out the whole leading bullets mechanic thing. I don't know if it's like trigonometry or something, but I gotta kind of figure it out. This was one of the funnier moments though. I realized I was getting shot at, turned around, got a couple shots back, so I'm like, okay, whatever. Trying to figure out the angles, hitting all the wrong buttons, normal stuff. Teammate didn't make it up the stairs, so I'm like, okay, where did he get shot from? Second teammate didn't make it up the stairs. I go to pull this teammate, realize that this guy's chasing me, try to literally like fight him, and then they leveled the building. Funny moment. I really love it. It's been AP Experiment, and I'll catch you in the next one.